It's Mad Dog Unleashed with Christopher Russo. Back to you, Doggy.
And Matt in Syracuse, New York, all revved up with his Bills, banged up to no end, getting ready for Kansas City. What's the mood there in Orchard Park, Matthew? Let me hear. Go ahead.
Well, first off, Dog, $1.6 billion it would cost to put a full dome on the stadium. So for everyone complaining this weekend about the Bills not having a
That's
dome,
the new stadium across the street where they have broken ground, have they not? Let me hear.
Broken ground, and interesting on the weekend, Dog. First off, great job by Erie County, New York, everyone involved. It was the right move, moving the game. They kept it in New York State. They got everything cleared out, and it was a full house and a great day.
Do people knock the idea that they pay people $20 to get the snow out of there?
So the story behind that, Dog, is and my friend was my inside source said, shovelers could not get there because of travel bans until 6 a.m. Sunday. So they wanted overnight crews shoveling, but they just did not have the ability to get there. $20, I think, people thought was a little cheap. Maybe move it up to 25, but there was a reason.
Well, how about hiring a professional outfit to get rid of the damn snow? How about doing that? No?
So the professional services, Dog, I think we're dedicated to the lots and the roads. So, I don't know the logistics, everything, but from what I was told, I mean, there's only so much manpower, and the priority was getting the lots taken care of.
Didn't they have another lakefront storm this week? What's going on with that? Let me hear.
Yeah, more snow coming. I think they should be able to handle it. They shouldn't be moving the game, but I was at the game Sunday. The seats are covered, Dog. I mean, if you don't have snow pants and you can't, you're not comfortable walking on snow. It's not for the average fan. So the conditions at the stadium.
Well, how cold was it, Matthew?
Cold temperature wasn't bad. It wasn't the coldest game I've been to. I went to the New England game.
That we talked about that. That was a brutal day. Yes, 100%. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, not intolerable, but I think the injury report is better news than people feared. But yeah, they're banged up. That was, I mean, when the stadium just went silent, seeing all those, I mean, just collective groans. So it's a big concern. And, I think there's worry that, we all thought we'd beat Cincinnati last year, and that game was over 5 minutes in. So, I don't think we can count out Mahomes because they're not having a great year.
Is this from a city perspective, is this an imperative game to win?
I think so. Dog, I mean, listen, they've been up and down. They did a great job this regular year, but they got to get to a Super Bowl. I mean, they cannot lose to Kansas City again. I mean, this would be absolutely devastating. I mean, they're on such a great run.
Could they deal with losing to Baltimore in a championship game?
I don't know, Dog. I don't think so. I mean, it's Allen's prime. People are talking about the window closing. I think we've been here too many times. The attitude is we just got to get.
Well, you haven't been to a champion. Oh, you did. No, you didn't go to a championship game yet. That's the one thing you have not done. With Allen, you have not gone to a Final Four, so you can make an argument that would be a big improvement. Beat the Chiefs, lose next week on the road in Baltimore. Wouldn't that be considered a successful season?
Well, they did lose to Kansas City in the AFC Championship in the 2020 season.
Oh, that was a champion. Yeah, that's right. They beat two teams. Right. They beat the Chargers and they beat somebody else. That was a championship game that year? Okay. Gotcha.
Correct. But to your other question, take it a game at a time. I mean, I don't know what the attitude. I mean, everyone's just so focused on Kansas City. That's the hump to get over. Is taking down Mahomes. I mean, we got him where we want him.
I made a big deal about this today. People moaning and groaning that the game is at night and not in the afternoon.
Yeah, people don't like that. I don't think people are happy about that. People complain about the cold and the inclement weather. They put this thing at 6:30 at night. The sun's been down for a while. I'm not thrilled with that time slot. I don't think people are.
All right, so because they beat Baltimore 17-3 in Tennessee. They did get to a championship game. That was the strike year, the pandemic year. Yeah, because I made a big deal about that today, that the Bills fans who had hypothermia last week, with Detroit having a dome, Detroit plays first and the Bills play second. I was curious if the Bill fan is annoyed, and you're telling me they are, to make a long story short.
Correct. And they are, and I am. But, Dog, I've been calling you for 3 years about we got to get Kansas City at home. So we got them. I mean, this is the time to do it. I mean, Allen's not going to. He's not old, but he's not getting younger.
This is a dangerous game. This is a very dangerous. You give him Mahomes 3 points. He's motivated. Can't win hasn't played a road playoff game. You're all banged up. This is going to be. You're beating him twice in a row in a regular season. This is a hard game.
Oh, no doubt.
And by the way, Mahomes was superb last week against Miami. And this is going to feel like 75-degree weather this week. This is a dangerous game. This game is a tough game to win. This is anybody's game this week. Would you agree?
No doubt. I am not. I am not overly confident. This is going to be a tough one. But I think people are. I don't like how everyone's writing off the Chiefs and saying Mahomes can't win on the road. I mean, they're. Kelsey coming in, Taylor Swift coming in. This one's going to be tough. And I don't know if I don't know if I can handle losing again. Like, they've just been killing me for 3 years. They lose in the worst possible way. I don't know if I can do 13 seconds, and we always run the risk of that going up against the Chiefs.
Yeah, you make sure if you're up in that spot, you kick the ball, squib it. Don't kick it in the end zone and give him an extra play or two. 8 in front of the hour. Right back at you here on Mad Dog Unleashed.
As Green Day returns with their